Alright, everybody, we're back. We're talking about the top 10 WWE Network Originals that they have put out. And this is through all time. This is not just 2016 or 2015. This is since they've been doing it. They got a lot of good stuff, and we're going to just go down this list. I'm joined by the wonderful Chris Mullins.
What's up?
And Jamoke with a pencil, right?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, let's kick it off. Coming in at number 10 is Ride Along. It's a bit newer, and I gotta say my favorite episode so far has been where they just straight up leave Byron Saxton behind.
That was hilarious.
Because
it was just totally like, it was one of those things that was out of character, but it was in character at the same time because just no one cares about Byron.
The New Day one was really great. To continue with the latest episodes, there was one where Charlotte had to discipline her father, you know, because Rick's like, only the best for my daughter, and Charlotte's like, I'm a big girl. So I always thought, you know, Ride Along was really special because, you know, they're on those long road trips, and so they might as well cash in with
It's
all
just
the
funny
fun.
to see what they do in their way on their way between shows.
Exactly. Alright, coming in at number 9 is Holy Foley. I don't think wrestling's had a more dysfunctional family than McFoley's family now. You look at the McMahons.
There's so many different things I could say about the Foleys.
Exactly. You look at the McMahons, and now you look at the Foleys. The Foleys definitely, they're very captivating in a sense that you appreciate everything.
You can't stop but tune into them.
Yeah, you really appreciate everything that Foley's done for the industry, and now you get to see it, what his family's up to. Of course, there was like a wife swap episode that featured Foley and Roddy Piper, but to see the day in and day out of his family is crazy, especially given his daughter, who's trying to become a pro wrestler herself, Noelle Foley, who, by God, looks nothing like any of them. And then you got Shane the Clown. So, but coming in at number 8 is Camp WWE. Goodness, so
it's WWE's answer to South Park.
Exactly. I thought that was very interesting.
It was very, like, they really, like, because that was the first thing on the WWE Network that they really just kind of said, you know what,
hard on it.
we're gonna completely just make this very much R-rated, and we're gonna just kind of drop the whole PG thing for one show for all our fans that have stayed loyal with us and bought this network that may enjoy something like that. And it's really interesting. It's hilarious. It's like every episode, I think I laughed through every single episode.
You gotta love the little John Cena with his weird chin and everything.
Oh, my favorite is the little Undertaker. That's the little emo kid.
It's not the Undertaker's a girl too, which is the funny part. I'm pretty sure the Undertaker was a girl.
And the most important part is, it's better than Slam City.
Anything's better than
Slam City was terrible.
Yeah. Coming in at number 7 is WWE Countdown, just like this list right here. They count down the top moments of going on in WWE, whether it's, you know, shocking moments, female wrestlers, tag teams, betrayals, stuff like that.
Shameless plug, people love lists.
People love
countdowns.
lists. Yeah.
Which is why you're tuned in right now to watch this, shameless plug.
Yep. Coming in at number 6 is Too Hot for TV with Jerry Springer. This was really crazy. This was pretty crazy, to say the least.
It's the thing I always go to because I have a lot of family and friends who have just recently, within the last couple of years, gotten into professional wrestling in the WWE, and it's great to be able to have something that can just be like, you know what, you want to think like, oh, this stuff is crazy. Here, let me take you back to this stuff over here.
Yeah, let me take you back to the 90s. Let's go watch
Jerry Springer Too Hot for TV. Let's go watch some Attitude Era.
I think the other element to this is, like, you know what Jerry Springer's done on his daytime television show. And now you
Yeah,
see
and
him on a WWE Network talking about all the crazy stuff that WWE has done. It's like, it just fits together perfectly that he's the one narrating this and bringing forth this, video package. And they did have a good bit of episodes.
oh yeah, I love the theme that they had different themes, so they grouped everything off into little bits and themes and stuff. So you didn't have to be like, okay, well, what's going to be in this episode? You knew at least the gist of what was going to be in it.
Mm-hmm. All right, coming in at number 5, the Monday Night War. We have to group this in a different way because there was the DVD release, which was Sting and Triple H sitting down and talking about it. There was the Eric Bischoff talk about it, but the main one that I want to discuss is the one where they had all the lead up to it and the aftermath and how it ended and the highlights.
The documentary of it.
Yeah, the Sting versus the Taker, the DX invasion, Stone Cold and Goldberg, how they had, the ending. And
I love how they grouped it all off into like, hey, well, this was WWE's move and this was WCW's move to combat that, and vice versa.
Exactly, and they would show the rating scales of like, at this moment in time, the ratings were dwindling for Raw, but then they would slowly come back up and just not lose hype at all. So I think that's a great history lesson.
It's a good history lesson, and it's just fun to watch because it's a time when like I enjoy what's going on today, but there's nothing that'll ever beat back when there was 2 companies that were going neck and neck, and it was winner take all. We all saw how it ended up turning out, but it was winner. It was at that point it was winner take all. You didn't know who was going to win that point.
Exactly. Coming at number 4 is something that I really like. It is Swerved. You want to shoot on that?
Swerved. You may talk about Swerve?
Yeah, just tell us some of your favorite pranks and stuff like that. I really like the Vince McMahon one in particular, but
yeah, the Vince, anything on Vince because it shows a different side of Vince. They're not you're not used to seeing a side of Vince that's all ha, I got pranked. That was hilarious. You're used to him being pranked by like when DX was pranking him on TV, and he would be so mad about it. It's great to see like the people because in the end they realize it's just a classic rib on. It's a backstage rib on each other.
The New Day, the Usos.
Yeah, they just realize, hey, it's just friends doing friend stuff.
Boogeyman. I really like the one where Biggie is in the gym. And, of course, Swerve had 2 seasons, so please give us a 3rd season. The one with the kid about how he said he knew how to combat Randy Orton's RKO, and then Orton came up there and was going to RKO him, and then they started talking trash about Seth Rollins, and then Seth Rollins showed up. That was really cool. But I really like the one where Biggie was in the gym getting a little crazy with this one guy, teaching him how to work out. But that was a great one. So
getting very enthusiastic.
Yeah. Coming in at number 3 is Table for 3. Usually they'll have a group of 3 people, whether it's Legends, active roster. We've seen the New Day, the Click.
This is my low key favorite. This is my low key favorite thing on the Network Originals, just because you get 3 perspectives, and they do the same thing that all these other, like the Jerry Springer thing did. They group it into 3 people that at least have one thing in common. Like they had a WCW one. They had one for like the women that were like They had one for the women that started the era of women.
I really like I'll get to that in a minute. Actually, Table for 3. Because of, you could just play it and just listen to it. You didn't need to just watch.
It was more like a talk show.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was like a podcast. And even though we don't have any podcasts,
there was plenty of times where I've been doing things and just had that playing in the background, just listening to it. And I'd look up and if I occasionally you'll hear something hilarious or something just crazy information that you're getting.
And now coming in at number 2 is Legends House. Of course, I kind of schooled earlier about it because it's so good. Legends House was one of the, if not the original network exclusive. It was one of the beginning ones, and it was so much fun to watch. To see all these legends in there. Rest in peace.
They needed more seasons of that.
Yeah, Legends House was so great. I mean, sure, they did try to cash off for the fact that Pat Patterson was gay, but I think everyone in the wrestling industry knew about that.
I
for a
think
long
I think it
time.
was more for, that was more for the fans at that point.
Yeah, there was crazy
Well, even
stuff.
the fans knew. Like, we all knew.
We all knew,
So,
everyone
I,
knew.
I still find that there's a dispute on it.
But there's Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who's great
I love
there.
you, Pat Patterson. You know, I got mad love.
There's Gene Okerlund, great. I just love the side of Gene Okerlund where he could just go uncensored and just let all of them go uncensored because they were great. There was a lot of fighting on the show, but to see them,
Yeah, like,
they even ended in fighting too.
It makes
though.
me almost want. It makes me wish that there was like taping around way back when, so we could see like almost like I guess you would say like an older version of this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
I personally think that we can never have like Legends House like redone because of how great Roddy Roddy Piper was in it. Like, that last episode was super emotional because of Roddy just staying at the house. I don't think we could ever like get like a better moment than that.
we need a Legends House season 2 though, in my opinion. Bob Backlund, someone call him up right now. And coming in at #1 is the Edge and Christian show.
Everybody's true favorite.
Goodness, between making you laugh, making you smile, making you just say, can they get away with saying that? They did it. They did it all. They
They did
were
everything. They
unfiltered.
mentioned everything they wanted to.
They were unfiltered. There was like small hints to TNA with AJ Styles, the stuff with Japan, talking about, the Wyatts singing, or not singing, Wyatts doing bedtime stories with them.
They had random cameos. Like
Creepy
the
Tommy
Boogeyman
Dreamer.
showed up.
Yeah.
They talked about cutting Paul Heyman's pony. Who cut Paul Heyman's ponytail?
Yep, and I really think season 2, right around the corner. Make it happen. Edge and Christian Show is one of the
That's what
best shows.
I had just seen something. I think they are going forward with a season 2 of this, right? Like they're in the midst of filming it.
And that'll be wonderful. Anyways, everybody, tell us your favorite Wwe Network exclusives, originals, down
Your
below.
favorite moments from those exclusives too.
Heck yeah, and we'll see you and hear from you next time.